Welcome back, we the people. This is chapter 14 of the book of Revelation, also known as Injiyl, translated by the translator, Dr. Malachi Z. York, who's the angel Michael sent to us in these last days of time to set the record straight, to unveil the past, emphasize the present, and blueprint the future. He's here setting the record straight and righting the wrongs, using the two-edged sword, which is his tongue and words in writing, being a master linguist, translating many of the ancient scrolls for us in this day and time so that we will have a proper understanding of what the messages mean. He is the translator, a master teacher, a guide, and our Savior of this day and time for those who seek to listen. Let him or her with an ear hear what the angel of this day and time has to say. Reading on, chapter 14, verse 1, heading, The messenger Malachi, Zadok, and the 144,000 are on Mount Zion, the 144,000 elite few. Now, in previous chapters, Dr. York explained, this is the reader speaking here now, Dr. York explained what the 144,000 meant. And as far as I'm aware, he's one of few that I know that explained and tried to clarify this figure and what it really means. So go back and check it out. He has also explained what the 666, the number of the beast or the number of a man, actually means, and has broken it down into the various languages: Arabic, Hebrew, Greek, and English, and shown how these figures and the ancient numerals and letters were confused by other translators and used to hide certain truths. So again, go back and retrace and take heed. Reading on, continuing, King James mistranslation, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads, close quotation. Dr. York, right translation, and I, John, son of Zebedee and Salome, looked and beheld a lamb, the messenger Malachi Zadok, standing on the mountain Zion, not the Mount Zion of the Old Testament, in which Solomon, son of David, and Bathsheba later built the temple of Eli on, but the new Jerusalem, which will come down from the Orion skies of the elevated place, a new city of peace, and with him were 144,000 purified ones, having his adopted father's name written upon their foreheads for prostration in salut, worship, and personalities of 12 tribes of Israel. The 144,000 will consist of 12,000 of each of the 12 tribes equaling 144,000. End of translation. And there you have it, people. That's this is the reader speaking here now. That is a first clear explanation of what the 144,000 actually means that I've come across. Verse 2, King James mistranslation. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. Close quotation. Dr. York's right translation. And I heard the messenger Malachi Zadok from the Orion skies, as the voice of many waters, as the sound of great thunder. He had a powerful voice, sending a mighty message. When the messenger Malachi Zadok talks, people will fear and listen, not just because of the power of his voice, but also because of the intensity of the message. It will reach around the world. No one will escape it, for everyone will have to hear. Let me read that again. For everyone will have to bear witness to the truth. And the voice which I heard was as the sound of harps, which were ouds, lyres, singing praise, the same instruments that David, son of Jesse and Hilma, played, being played by harpers. These were the 24 elders, Elohim. There you have it again, people. This is the reader speaking now. You are bearing witness to what the angel Michael has to say. Verse 3, reading on. And they sung, this is the King James mistranslation, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. Close quotation. Dr. York's translation. The elders sung as if it were a new song. This was the chanting of the true portions of El's Quran, called a new song, because they already chanted El's Torah before the Eli's seat, and before the four living creatures, symbolic of the spirits of the four world empires and their principal rulers that have prevailed upon earth from the beginning to the end of time, also being representative of the four species of cherubim, Babylon being Gul, Greece being Marid, Rome being Ifrit, and America/Europe being Shaitan. And the elders, and no one could speak, in brackets says learn, that song, close brackets, that song, except the 144,000 which were reclaimed from the planet Earth after the 144,000 are raised in the year 2030 AD. Verse 4. We continue verse 4 on the next recording, so see you on the other side, people. Keep healing the world. Speak the truth. Research the truth. Know the truth. And it will make us free.